first slide.
Okay, guys, give me a moment here.
As you can see, Nicole's a very busy lady with her screen is full of icons. There we go.
There we go.
So this first slide features our new and improved teachers packets. We have 4 of them, and they're covering information related to field trips and site visits, outreaches, our talking points for our signs on our trails, as well as our virtual programming, which we'll probably focus on a little bit later. But Pueblo Grande, we're the same place, great place that we've always been. One-stop shopping, we're an archaeological site and a museum, so we have a lot to offer. Next slide, please. What have we been up to? What's new? We are in the heart of Phoenix, same location for over 1,000 years, and we can't wait till you guys come back. Next slide. So what do we have that's new? I think the biggest change we have is that we've added some interpretive signage along our outdoor trail. And an example of the sign can be seen when you'll see the picture of me. It's over to my right, as well as what's on the screen right now. And what's really cool about the new signage is that we've added a new perspective. We emphasize the connection with the tribal communities. And we're hoping to continue this new perspective inside the galleries, but we're doing it kind of slowly because we are consulting with the tribes regarding the information presented. Next slide, please. This is another really cool thing. In the time that we've been closed, we have added a new trail. It's our Portal Loop Trail. It's on the northwest side of the museum property, kind of right next to where the parking lots are. And it focuses on canals and the importance of water. It's definitely a must-see when you're able to come and visit the site in person. The next thing that we're going to be talking about will be virtual programming, which is both fee and free, but we'll talk about that in a lot more detail. Let's go over some site logistics first. So as I mentioned, due to COVID-19, unfortunately the museum is currently closed to the public, not just the museum, but the site. But we can't wait to have you guys back. The place isn't the same without the people. And we will not be taking reservations for schools in-person field trips, probably until the beginning of next year. And that's also for outreaches as well. And that's because we're concerned about everyone's safety and we're trying to take it slowly as when we do reopen, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will be soon. When we do reopen, we do expect that we will have limited indoor access. The outdoor trail will be open because you can social distance. Inside will be a little bit trickier, so we ask that you maintain a recommended 1 chaperone for 7 students. I know some schools like to bring more chaperones. The problem with that is we're going to have limited numbers inside the galleries. So we'll ask that if you bring more chaperones, you're going to have to pay admission for those extra chaperones. But we'll still honor the free chaperones for 1 chaperone for every 7 students. Next slide. Now this is the part I'm really excited about, our virtual programming. We've been working really hard at creating this so that you guys can experience the site, even if you're not able to come back right now. And it's going to provide you with some new learning opportunities so that you can present the information to your classes. We have both free and fee-based programs. We're going to talk about the free programs first. All of our free virtual programming is accessible via our website through links. But before we do that, let's take a peek at one of our free programs. We have an overview of the site. It's about 10 minutes in length. It's very similar to what you would have gotten if you came and visited in person. It tells you about the site, and it tells you about the ancestral Sonoran Desert people, or the Ho'oka'n. We have a small clip to show you. Let's talk about this group of people. What one resource living in a desert do all of us need, past and present? That's water. It was important to them as well. Their main source of water, you can see from this map, was the Salt River. Now, did you know that ancestral Sonoran Desert people, they have built the largest irrigation system in North America? How did they do that? So that's an example of what you will be provided with when you click on the link on our website for that 10-minute overview. In addition to that overview, we also wanted to feature some of the videos that we have in our exhibit galleries. And these links will also be on our website, which is pueblogrande.com. Now, of the two videos, one is the Dig It video, and that focuses on the science of archaeology, and it discusses the concept of stratigraphy. The other focuses on the canals, and it talks about the irrigation system in general, and then the construction of the canals. Now, an added benefit of these two videos is that they're presented the first in English, and then the same video is presented in Spanish. So it has a broader appeal. Next slide, please. We're going to start talking about our extended programming. Now, these programs are our fee-based programs. They supplement the information that was presented in the free aspect of the programs. These are 20-minute, 15 to 20-minute recorded programs that highlight specific themes throughout the site related to the ancestral Sonoran Desert people and the environment in which they lived in. Now, each themed program, the cost is only $25, and you're going to be provided a link to this recorded information. Our current themes are, we have two: A Place to Call Home and Designs on Rocks. And we're lucky enough to have clips from both of those, so you can get a little bit of a taste of what each program is about. Can you please play those clips?
Sure.
Welcome to the inside of a typical Ho'oka'n house, known as a pit house. These people constructed their homes by digging a pit into the ground, lining it with what you see here. It's a caliche, it's nature's cement. They would then construct the walls by using trees, in this case it's mesquite trees. But what's really interesting is the side of the walls are actually the ribs from the saguaro cactus.
Shall I play the next one?
Yes, please.
Morning. I'm Peter Hugel, docent here at the museum. And one of the things that I would like to talk about is a thing called petroglyphs. To the Otham people, they are called Pohori Ohohado, or rock art.
So those two clips will give you an idea of what the programs are about. Now, we're not stopping there. We're continually working on adding new themes, and we're hoping to have 2 additional themes shortly after October, November. And those are going to be living in the desert at focuses on the plants, animals, and more on the canal system, and community architecture. And that one will feature the two most prominent elements of our site if you come in person, our platform mound and our ball court. So those are just the two that we have in the works, but we have lots of ideas for more. So make sure to check our website because we're going to keep adding more and more options. And of course, what visit to our site would be complete without hands-on crafts? So if you could go to the next slide. There we go. Our hands-on crafts. We couldn't imagine kids experiencing and understanding what Pueblo Grande is all about without getting their hands a little dirty. So we've created craft kits based on the similar crafts to what we had when you guys were able to visit us in person. These craft kits will have the materials for the craft as well as step-by-step instructions in a PowerPoint available for you. And we have examples of the crafts that we have. We're going to offer you the pony bead Indian corn craft, where you use pipe cleaners and pony beads to construct the ear of corn. We'll also have our pottery, our pinch pot, where you can make pinch pot using a air dry clay. And then you can also decorate it once it's dry. In addition to one of our favorites, it's the plaster petroglyphs. And you'll receive the plaster petroglyphs. You can use, if you don't have nails, you can use paper clips, and then the kids can scratch in designs onto the surface. Now the materials will be available. We will prepare all of these and they'll be available for curbside pickup. But that's just another element. The crafts will be at a cost of $2 per student per craft. Next slide, please.
Sorry, I have to go back to share.
So we're going to talk about how do you get a hold of all of the virtual programming. We've already discussed the free programmings available via links on our website, which is pueblogrande.com. The fee-based programs, we have a couple of options for you. If you're interested in an extended program or just a craft kit, you can go onto that same web page and click on a link. It will take you to ActiveNet, which will allow you to log on to the city's system for classes. You can purchase the kit or the link program that you want, and then you can pay for it right there using a credit card. If you don't have access to a credit card, then we have other options for you. If you're going to use a purchase order or a check, you can call the museum just like you would to book a regular field trip type visit, and we can take down all of the information for the virtual tour, or you can send us an email. So we have a lot of different options depending on what your resources are. One thing I would like to say is that we ask that you schedule your virtual programs or your craft kit requests at least 2 weeks in advance. That provides us with enough time to gather the resources and to send you the links that are needed. Because it is taking time in order to compile all of the information that you'll need. Now, with the links for the extended programs, we want you to know that you will be given these links to use for a period of 2 months. And you'll be able to share those links with any teachers at your school. We do ask that you do not share them outside of the school. And I think we figured out our technical difficulty.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay. What's a presentation without a little bit of technical difficulty? But you'll be able to share those links free of charge to your fellow teachers within your school. We just ask if you're going to do that that you let us know so we can gather statistics related to how many students are going to be viewing it and how many teachers will be using it in their class. So as I mentioned, this is just the beginning of our virtual programs. We're going to continually add material and make that available, and hopefully we'll enrich what you're teaching in the classroom. If you have additional needs for supplemental material, take a look at our website. We have activities, discovery guides. We have talking points which have been updated. We also have an electronic copy of Desert Farmers on the River's Edge. It's the entire book. It's online. It's a great resource. Now, when can you start booking your programs? Because I know all of you really want to do that. We're starting to take registration beginning September 14th. That's when you'll be able to go into ActiveNet and do it yourself, or you can call and make a reservation for the programs. Now, I mentioned that this is just the beginning. We're hoping to add more technical aspects, maybe incorporate a 360 camera so you can get a more in-person feel. It'll feel like you're actually visiting the site from the comfort of your classroom or your home. Are there any questions, Nicole?
I don't see any questions in the chat. If
Okay.
anyone has any questions, please let us know. I do want to add that this recording will also be on our website. So if, I apologize that I didn't have the virtual slide up for as long as we wanted it, but if you want to come back and revisit, the recording will be up there for you.
Thank you very much, and we can't wait to see you guys in person. And if you have any questions about our programming, please give us a call or send us an email. Thanks.
Do we have any questions before everyone goes? Nope, Laura did such a great job. Thank you, Laura, very much. And we're going to stop recording now.